Or I might. Welcome to the jungle. All right, I don't want to waste any more of your time than I already have, but one thing I do want to say before I start this whole entire thing is you literally won't guess who number two is. If y'all literally guess who number two is, I don't know, I'll give y'all 1,000 buckaroos because it is insane that this character is so underrated, yet one of the highest win rate characters. Anyways, let's go to Susano. He's going to be our number five. We're going to work our way up all the way from the bottom to the top, and Susano is going to be the first one that we start at. Now, you might be asking yourself, Susano's that broken? He's number five on the list as a jungler? And yes, he is. Simply put, 30 scaling has been, or 30 power, 30 strength, whatever you want to call it, has been added to Assassin's builds. These are all his items that got buffed. All of his items. After Barashu's got buffed. Titan's Bane got buffed. Heartseeker got buffed. Hydra's got buffed. Crusher got buffed. Trance got buffed. That is your 6-item build. All of those items got buffed. All. So they're all scaling harder with each other. He has, what, 9, 10 auto attack cancels in his kit alone with one rotation. 10 auto attack cancels. Think about how insane that is. He's getting 100% scaling just like that from auto attack cancels. So they're not slow, long drawn out autos. 100% scaling like that from auto attack cancels. It's insane. 1. 2, he has 4 damaging abilities, so Heartseeker, Crusher, and Hydras are all proccing from them. So he's really good with proc items because he has all damage items, or all damage abilities. So they're proccing everything. He has mass AoE. He has great single target damage still, but also having great AoE target damage. So what are we how can he not be up here at 5? I would probably put him at 3 or higher. Honestly, I'm being so serious because 1, he also has a 60% run rate. That's the second highest on this list besides the number 1 character, which you might be able to guess who that is. I don't know if you will be able to. It's a little bit tricky, not the easiest, but fairly well known. But we're on Susano. He's so good. I'm telling you, give him a try. You won't regret it. All right, now for Humbots. What am I thinking with Humbots at 4? Some people might have him higher. Some people might have him lower. Honestly, I think most people would understand that he's a really good jungler right now. The amount of CC he has, 2 CCs, one on his leap and one on his ultimate base kit, and then you can add a third one on with your aspect that gives you a stun on your 2. But why is he on this list? It's his insane team fight disruption. That alone has so much value. And I don't think Humbots can ever fall out of top 10 junglers because, or, at least the top few junglers, like a good jungler, is what I mean by that, is he has so much pressure on a team fight and on ganks because he has so much CC. You don't have to be the one to kill him. I won't say he's not one of the highest damaging junglers. So that's what you're looking for. He's not going to be the highest damaging junglers. There's going to be someone like your Susanos and your other characters that are on this list. But he is an insane team fight disruptor. He's an insane ganker. If you have competent teammates and you have a Humbots, your ganks are 100% free all the time. You have great mobility. You have great team fight mobility with your monkey, with your jump, with your 2 being knockup immunity. You have so much safety in this kit that is actually insane. I think 9 times out of 10 you should go aspect, especially if there's someone that you can interrupt on their team, because if you get a lucky interruption while they're using something in the middle of your channel, then why not go aspect? But I think 9 times out of 10 you should just be going aspect. The only thing that was nerfed on the aspect was not the scaling. Also, he has 4 damaging abilities as well as Susano, so he's really good at proc. But once again, his 2 was not nerfed in terms of the damage of the scaling. It was nerfed in the damage of the base kit. So you can still build ability based on bots and still shred through people's HP bars while giving them no chance to do anything, because your auto attack cancels are very, and I mean very crisp and clean and good. Oh, like I don't get how more people aren't playing him right now. But it doesn't matter. We're going on to the next pick. All right, now this is where it starts to get real serious. This is where we're not playing little boys games. We're with the men. We're at the men table. We have, well, that's kind of crazy saying we're at the men's table because we have a Willix coming up. No surprise that she's on this list. A lot of people probably think she's higher. She has a 56% run rate. That's really good. But the only thing that's holding her back to me is she doesn't have good AoE damage. She doesn't have good team fight damage. It's hard for you to get into your spots. And that's why I don't think she's higher. But for her single target damage, it's insane. It's unparalleled. Your single target CC, also unparalleled. And think about it, think about it for a second. How many characters on this list are going to have a jump? You'll see, it's four. Four people on this list have a jump, including her. So I guess three other people on this list have a jump. If you're playing casuals, I guess then four, because you can have a Willix on the enemy team. But this is mostly a ranked tier list. So if you don't know, Willix ultimate is to pull enemies that are knocked up or jumping. And if most great characters right now have jumps, you can top pick her, and you're either denying the enemy team from getting those top picks, or you're going to counter them. It's as simple as that. You will win the 1v1s. She has insanely low cooldowns. Her 2, get this, her 2, if you have Bladed Boomerang, especially late game, can get down to 2 seconds. If you use the active Bladed Boomerang, it gets down to 2 seconds. If you're going like a serious build, not like just trolling full and cooldown, if you have Jotun's Wrath, Hydra's, and Bladed Boomerang, it gets down to 2 seconds. And if you really want to push the agenda, Crusher, Erendite, it literally will go off cooldown as soon as you use it and use Boomerang. Is that not crazy to anybody else? That's crazy to me. Her jungle mobility is insane with Suku. What more could you ask for from a jungler? Great mobility, great team fight mobility, great CC. She counters almost half of the roster, not half, a quarter of the roster that have jumps. So, and most characters that are good right now have jumps. She's a full-on counter to Aladdin. If you pick a Willix into her, Aladdin into a Willix, you're going to lose probably 50% of it. Well, I guess 50%, that'll be actually a fine win-loss ratio. But a majority of the time, like probably 75% of the time, you're going to lose. So let's just understand that, and that she counters so much of the roster. I think she has to be third right now, especially because her damage is very high. Your 2's doing 400 damage in the early game, and that's half of a squishy's HP bar, especially if you're on the right build, the right items, and if you're pairing it alongside of Hydra's. Even Dagger of Frenzy I've seen used on her because it just allows her to get to that feather step a lot faster. She has insane safety with the feather step giving her iframes, Suku giving her iframes when she jumps. Oh, step it up, step it up. It's only going to get harder from here to get on this list. It's only going to get harder. All right. We're here to a very controversial pick. A very sleeper pick. A very, very sleeper pick. Now, you might be thinking, who is it? I'll put it down in the comments below. That's all you got to say. Now, it's Odin. Let me just go ahead and say it real quick. It's Odin. Now, there's going to be someone in the comments that's like, Odin's not good. He has a 53% win rate. You gotta think. He's mainly played in solo 1. And then also he's almost as contested as jungle Odin, as support Odin. So we're talking about a jungle tier list. And I'm really trying to give you game right now. Like we all know win rates are not always 100% how strong the god is, because look at Emoja's win rate, probably 9 times out of 10. It's usually pretty low because new players are bad at playing Emoja. So now let's get back into it. Odin has the best lockdown on this list. I don't care what you're talking about. He does. His ultimate cages them in. They need to buy shell. And if you can get a carry to buy a shell instead of an Aegis, or instead of a Beast, instead of a Blink, you won. You won right there. You won right there by making them buy shell. You made them buy shell. No one wants to buy shell. Except for a soul laner, except for support. But everybody else, they don't want shell. And think, now you don't have to worry about a Sunder secure. So your ult alone is giving you enough pressure to disrupt the whole entire enemy team and how they're building. 2, his 3 does insane damage, has insane cooldown. The cooldown of his 4, literally with a real build, because you can build full cooldown on him and it actually makes real sense. It gets down to 4 seconds if you throw it during the first phase, where you get 30% reduction on it. If you leave it up for a little bit longer, you get like a 6.5 cooldown for a stun. 6.5 cooldown for a stun you're not finding anywhere else, especially for as good as it is. He's multi-scaling, so you can go int or strength build. Usually you want to go the strength build. Strength build is a little bit better, but if you want to mix in like a Chronos Pendant, mix in a you could honestly go the book build of him. I haven't even tried the book build of him yet. I might try that next, but I'm probably already throwing up some examples of insane games I've had with them. And sure, these are anecdotal. I'm not gonna lie, they are anecdotal, By the end of the day, at the end of the day, it happened, right? And these are Obsidian Masters demigod games. These aren't like some run-of-the-mill silver or bronze game where it could be, you know, like any other day, since everyone's so close together, anyone could pop off, right? Or it's not a casual game where I'm just a lot better than my competition. No, these are real ranked games. And if you look at it, he has 4 damaging abilities. He has a shield for safety. He has an attack speed stem to clear the jungle faster, and also it gets some cooldown reduction. He has a leap over the walls for safety. And the leap does okay damage, not great damage. The two's not even great damage. But when you combine them with Bird Bomb, that's instant damage, unavoidable damage if you hit the leap. So I guess technically unavoidable, but you get what I'm saying. So 2 sources of damage that you don't even have to aim. If you jump on them, you kill them. You will literally half-shot squishies late game with this. That's instant half of their HP gone. No one's going to want to fight you after getting half of their HP gone. And then your 3 will finish them off alone with auto attack at the end. Now, he's not a great auto attack canceller, I'll say that. His 3 can't really be auto attack into that well. His 2 can and his 1 can, but right, your 3 is your main damaging ability that you're always using. That's your main damage. It's always going to be up. It has 6 in cooldown. So, right, you would like that to be good with auto attack canceling, but it's not. But his ult is really good. And you also get this, 25% scaling if you get 2 kills late game. Like if you get 2 kills in a team fight or 2 people die in a team fight, you get 20% increased scaling to your damage. Alongside that, if you kill someone in your ultimate, you also get 5 stacking damage every time someone dies in your ultimate. I've gotten this up to 10 before. That's extra 50 power that no one else is getting. The only other person that's getting close to getting that much extra strength from their passive or from their somewhere in their kit is Achilles. That's the only other person that's getting close. Only other person. And I'm really trying to justify this because he is such a good jungler. You have to just play it and understand how good of a jungler he is. You don't get better than Odin. I'm being so serious. The only reason why he's not number 1 is because 1, spoiler alert, Aladdin is number 1. Aladdin has a higher win rate and he's more perceived as being stronger. And he also is both int and physical scaling. So he's fluctuating with the meta. And I think both builds are good on him right now. But that's the only reason why Aladdin's higher. If it was genuinely that more people actually played Odin and didn't think he was as bad as he is, because he's really not even as bad as people say he is, even maybe I'm overhyping it, but I'm being serious. Play Odin. All right, so as I spoiled before, it's going to be Aladdin at number 1. Really just the best ult in the game. Hands down. You cage everybody, and you can cage someone just in a ult. It's like Odin ult, but better because you're in a forced 1v1. Where anyone that comes in is at a disadvantage to fighting you because you get 50 prots or 30 prots. I forgot how many prots you get. You get a cooldown reset. That's the main way you should be using his ult, as a cooldown reset. Don't use it when you're getting low and then someone beats your ult and then now you can't, you know, get the reset on your hill. Use it just mainly as an ult reset and you'll be fine. Because I see a lot of Aladdins, I'll see them, they'll fight me, they'll wait till they get like below the 50% HP mark. And then they'll ult when they're like really low, like usually 20% HP. That's when they're ulting, and then I'm like, brother, I have beats or I have a CC immune ult. Bada bing, bada bam. Now you're done for. So that's one thing. But besides that tip, let's count all of his mobility. He has a speed boost technically from his his third wish for immortality when coming back to life. He has a 2 that's on a, I want to say 14-second cooldown late game. A 3 that's on about the same cooldown late game, that he can jump over walls, ride along the walls, get a 25% movement speed, and then get a jump after that. That also can be a knockup if you use a genie charge. He gets a dash that also does an insane amount of damage, especially with the lower the enemy gets, the more damage it does. And then he also has genie punches on top of that. And all these things can be ult reset. And technically, his ult counts as movement if you want to think about it, because it teleports him to a different place, and also it brings him closer to his opponent. If you want to think about it like that, and also it gives you that safety because when you re-teleport or get exited from the lamp, you're also at a distance from them, or wherever you ulted originally is where you land. But besides all that nuanced stuff, he has some of the highest damage in the game right now because he can use the int build with Poly, and Poly is broken right now. It does 700 damage late game if you hit all your autos. If you hit 4 poly autos, it can do 700 damage. That's an extra on top of your auto attacks that you're already doing. He scales better with int, and let's say you're not an int person. Let's say you want more strength scaling, because her secret did get a buff. Well, it got reverted, but a lot of the strength build got buffed, right? So what are we saying? Cooldown, Heartseeker, Crusher, Hydras, you go burr. It's that simple. Transient Avatar Barashu. Hear me out now. You can literally one shot or one combo somebody. You 3, you 2, Genie Charge, you 1, Genie Charge. They will die. That. You don't even have to use auto attack anywhere in there, because I don't even think he's the best auto attack cancel user. I think he's a lot better when you just burst out your kit and try to get out. That will kill someone. It just will. And that's not including polyprocs. That's not including Hydras procs. Right? We're talking about fast, efficient killing. That's what Aladdin's good at. That's what Aladdin does. He's an assassin. He's probably the best made assassin in Smite 2 right now. Probably. And that's what he does. He's broken. He's probably gonna get nerfed eventually, back down. But ever since they gave his ult damage, he has been a lot better, especially if you're using him as that ult cooldown reset. Before they get to half HP, you should be ulting them and resetting your cooldowns. That's literally the perfect situation for Aladdin. Anyways, thank you for watching this. If you got all the way through it, please like and subscribe. I have how would I do that on my hand? Probably like this. I think that would be the best way. 13 subscribers, and you can be the 14th. Thank you for helping this grow into something where I can just say my opinions and people listen. That's the goal. I really don't even care about like money. I really just want to say my opinions, because sometimes I do have spicy takes. Also, if you want to see another spicy take, look at this video right here. Wait, nope. Right, where do I put it? Right there. Right there. All right, I'm done. Bye bye.